A lot of employment contracts in India quietly break the law. A non-compete that isn't enforceable. A notice period that violates the Industrial Disputes Act. A missing POSH clause. Nobody catches it until it costs someone. So I built a system that reads any contract, flags exactly that, and runs the whole review through an automated N8N backend. Let me show you. Manual review is slow and inconsistent. A lawyer reads every clause and checks it against the labor codes from memory. Fine for one contract, it breaks across hundreds. First, quickly, the front end so you can see what the system produces. You upload a contract as a PDF. Seconds later, you get this. Every risky clause quoted from the document, the rule it breaks, a verdict, and a compliant rewrite. That's the output. Now the interesting part, how it's generated.
The reviewer found 6 issues in this contract. Look at the top 3. Is, period, non-compliant with the Industrial Disputes Act. Section 25F, owes termination, non-compete, void under Section 27 of the Indian Contract Act, gratuity forfeiture, non-compliant with the Payment of Gratuity Act. Every finding is quoted from the document, with the rule it breaks and a compliant rewrite.
Grounding is the whole point. Behind it is a version rule pack, 16 rules across India's core employment statutes, the Contract Act, Industrial Disputes Act, POSH, DPDP, and more. The model never reasons about law from memory. It checks each clause against this pack. Change the law, change the file. Now, how that check actually runs? A document enters on the left, flows through extraction and the 4 agents, and leaves as structured findings, a report, a database record, and an alert. A document enters on the left, flows through extraction and the 4 agents, and leaves as structured findings, a report, a database record, and an alert. It starts with a webhook, the documents posted in, secured with header auth, and a config node sets the compliance rules and the risk threshold. Then, an extract from file node pulls the raw text out of the PDF, so every agent works on clean text, not a binary. Agent 1, clause analysis, reads the contract and breaks it into individual categorized clauses: termination, liability, confidentiality, and the rest. Its output isn't free text. A structured parser forces valid JSON, jigsaw clause type, exact text, location, and whether it's standard. Agent 2 is where the real work happens. Compliance check tests every clause against the rule pack and scores the risk, low, medium, high, or critical. For each violation, it names the rule, gives a verdict, and drafts a fix. And because a language model can return messy JSON, this, a repair call, corrects bad output before the flow continues. Here's a detail I like. The compliance result fans out in parallel. One branch formats an instant API response, the other feeds the next agent. Agent 3 rewrites the risky clauses, the compliant wording that still preserves the original intent, and drafts anything that's missing. Agent 4 composes it all into one formatted report. Findings get logged to Postgres, the team's pinged on Slack, and every model runs on Gemini through OpenRouter, so it's swappable. A demo isn't proof, so I measured it against a golden set of real contracts. 87% recall on known violations, 80% on missing clauses, a 13-point jump over prompting without the rule pack. And every rule version is tagged to the eval run that validated it, so improvements are tracked, not guessed. So that's the build, a rule-grounded review, orchestrated as a multi-agent N8N backend, and kept honest with evals. One important thing, this is an educational tool, not legal advice. Always talk to a qualified lawyer. The full workflow and the code are on GitHub. Link in the description. Thanks for watching.